I keep on forgetting that Ubisoft Connect. Oh, apparently it needs to update. That Ubisoft Connect needs to open whenever I go to play this game from Steam. Oh, there's your first permission to make changes to this device. Is it just one today? Imagine if it's actually just one today, like a normal fucking program. Um. Oh, wait a second. It actually looks like it's gonna be one today. Whoa. This is like, man, I should go buy a lottery ticket. I think it's actually booting up. It's just the one-off. Is it? Let's see. I have like the little preview in the middle of the screen. It says Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That implies that it's opening. It is opening. But I need to change the game capture to it and not be Persona 3 Reload since I was just streaming that last night. Was the case. And today is AC Odyssey. Because I have time for streaming and the game schedule is actually in a relatively good place now, relatively speaking. It's still a little bit crazy, but a lot of stuff I plan on finishing off in one fell swoop at Fragapalooza coming up here. And I'll do the whole first DLC of this game start to finish then. But I do still want to do the free DLC missions that were added later on, because apparently they're, like, not necessarily story important, but they're significant, and they're story connected. I don't know what the best way to phrase it is. But, like, they are content that was added after the fact, and according to the interwebs is, like, a significant bit of meaningful content, so, like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do the thingamabob. So let's go do more blue missions tonight, and not take 3,000 years this time to do it, is my current plan. So, that's what's going on here. I was not planning on being here, like, here in the city at this point. This is the one that I'm doing next. Lead Herodotus to the port of Piraeus. I don't even know. Where? Oh, here. I was not planning on being here. Last weekend, the plan was to be out at the family's lake cabin, spend the weekend out there. Then, on the Monday, or the Sunday, whatever day we went out there, go out to Rock Lake, which is in the western part of Alberta, and camp out there until Thursday, today. 25th of July, and then go back to the lake cabin, spend the following weekend out there, go to a show and shine with my dad's Mercury truck that's going on Sunday, and steps on the path. No, I really want to do whatever that is, and then come back, like on Sunday or Monday, was the initial plan. And, I mean, the province is always semi-on fire. During this time of year, it's kind of wildfire season, but it's especially on fire now. So, the plan to leave on Thursday kind of changed to the plan to leave on Tuesday, because there was so much smoke there. Why is the ship, like, not right next to here? There's so much smoke out there, and it sounded like Jasper and area was getting evacuated. So we were like, okay, we kind of get the heck out of here. Get out of here before things get a little bit more tricky and a whole bunch of roads get closed down and it's way harder to get home because of all the stuff going on with the wildfires. So we ended up going to the lake a day earlier and then just ended up coming here from there to work on some stuff here and then just go back out to the lake again on this following weekend. Our family's lake cabin, not back out to Rock Lake.
I sometimes pinch myself to make sure that I'm awake and that all we went through truly happened.
With your items,
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are pinching themselves about whether it truly happened here in this province right now, considering I was about to say things have very much escalated since then, and it sounds like Jasper is on fire, and Jasper is like one of the national parks of the country, I believe, one of the things that Alberta is most well known for, and there's a lot of people that have lost their homes and businesses to the flames, and it's just a mess. There's a lot of people that are coming further east here to, like, evacuation shelters and all that, and it is just a mess right now in the province here. So, yeah, hence why I'm here when I wasn't initially planning on being here.
None of those things are mine alone to take credit for. You were there through it all.
How could
and I had some time, so I was like, hey,
clearly in front of me?
let's make some progress on some of my stream things.
Which is why
I
you
suppose.
have as much of a claim to all we
But
do.
in terms of like the actual landscape around here in Alberta where I live right now, it's really, really bad. Maybe I should have been paying more attention to what you were saying. I assume the best part of our journey here, our trip to Samos.
Samos holds a special place in my heart.
Mine as well.
Have you thought of returning?
Not just yet, but I hope my next visit is far more uneventful.
Same here, if ever I go out to
worry about
Rock
that.
Lake or surrounding area.
Yes, this is it. As much as I'll miss our conversations, this is where our paths diverge.
Where
is
are
your
you
path
going?
taking you now?
To Thuri.
What's waiting for you there?
That's the exciting part. I have no idea.
You know what? I'm not sure anyone loves the unknown as much as you.
It only stays that way until someone cares enough to make it known. In Thuri, that someone will be me.
Well, when will I see you again?
Our paths may cross once more, and I hope they do. If that comes to pass after all, it likely means something big is following, close behind.
Then I hope our adventures are nowhere near complete.
No, don't wish for that, please.
I've never been great at saying
This is the longest Assassin's Creed playthrough on this channel so far, by far.
And we have no
I started this January 1st of this year, and it's just going to take me the entire year of 2024 through this game.
Wait to hear what you get yourself into.
So,
I'll share my stories with you, so long as you bring some new ones of your
I
own.
really want things to be almost done here.
I can do that.
Alright, every story has an ending. Complete every story has an ending. Oh, Steam achievement there. Hello, hello, Azure Samurai. Why was my chat being weird yesterday? I just gotta level up. When I was playing Persona 3 Reload yesterday, whenever the chat was off for a while and I turn it back on again, it wouldn't load the regular chat. But it would still load the chat shadow element, which is like the little, like, just black overlaid and slightly transparent version that's very slightly shifted down and to the right to create like the shadowy kind of effect that makes it easier to see on brighter backgrounds and make it pop more. It would only load that. It wouldn't load the regular chat, but apparently that's not a problem when I'm streaming Assassin's Creed for some reason. I don't know what the heck is going on. And yeah, Ubisoft is continuing to get in hot water about Assassin's Creed Shadows because everyone is still upset about Yasuke. And I shouldn't say everyone, a lot of people are, because again, the whole thing, Bob, where it's like, your historical accuracy doesn't matter until you call into question, like, social and cultural accuracy, as we've discussed earlier in this series, where it's like, kind of silly to me, but what do I know? And yeah, Ubisoft put out an apology to their Japanese players, because there was a lot of Japanese players that were really upset, and they were like, hey, sorry, but, like, we're not trying to claim that this is all, like, exactly 100% accurate as things have always, as, like, the way that things always happened in history here. And I don't recall Ubisoft games ever really making those kinds of claims, so yeah, there's a seduction. Save the handsome young Lycanos on the Isthmus of Poseidon in Corintha. Can I not do it? Why can't I select it? Why can't I select these? I don't know why I can't select these. I might Google it in a hot second. Yeah, I'm definitely going to hold off on Valhalla until 1st of January. Because it's like, if I start a new Assassin's Creed playthrough on the 1st of January each year, like, there's no way I'd be able to do Valhalla before then anyway. So, I'm thinking that that's probably what's going to make the most sense. It's just one Assassin's Creed game this year being Odyssey. Because, my god, this game never ends. Like, what the heck? There's always too much stuff. Just big chillin' over there. Anyway, and in terms of the game schedule, thinking about scheduling things, one of the things I wanted to mention is, let's see here. The current landscape of the game schedule isn't, like, too bad. Because it's like, there's this. I changed this to say Legacy of the First Blade because it's the next big thing we have coming up. And I'll just do that start to finish at Fragapalooza and just do the blue quests, Lost Tales of Greece here for now. This, I've still got a lot to. This, we have, like, 1 or 2 sessions left. This, I have, like, 1 or 2 sessions left of the main game. I think there's a little bit of post-game, so maybe 3 sessions. I'm gonna wait to do a lot of stuff until Fragapalooza, so I'm just not gonna play that until, like, August 8th to 11th for that coming up here. And then, in terms of other stuff here, is, like, I have 1 more map of Fire Emblem Fates Conquest And I'll just, like, schedule a proper day for that. I'll do it sometime after Fragapalooza, most likely. And do, like, a little smidge of some different map of Fate's Conquest while there. I want to do, like, the super bosses of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I can just do that all at Fragapalooza. I guess I can do the Elden Ring DLC whenever I feel like it. And I'll probably just do a whole bunch of that at Fragapalooza. I guess that's the other main thing that I could have on here that I could stream. I was kind of taking a break from Elden Ring because I wanted to wait until my schedule was more open. And I could not stress out as much about, like, oh my god, I gotta knock things off the schedule. I'm so busy, what do I do? And playing Elden Ring like that, because that's not a good way to play Elden Ring, a game where you could be stumped on one boss for, like, ever. And get really, really frustrated when I'm already so behind on making progress on things. But, yeah, I guess I can count Elden Ring as being in here. So, like, Persona 3 Reload, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Elden Ring. So you can say there's 3 things that are going on that aren't about to finish like my other things. Which is still a decent few things to have ongoing. But I was thinking about adding something else here soon, because I want to get through Metroid Prime 2, 3, Pinball, maybe Federation Force if I have the time before Metroid Prime 4 comes out. So I have several games to get through before sometime in 2025. And I kind of want to play Partners in Time before this comes out. So I at least have, like, the first 3 Mario and Luigi games done on the channel before Brothership. So 1 game to do before November 7th. And a whole bunch of games to do before some unknown date in 2025. And I think I'm just going to do Metroid Prime 2 start to finish at Fragapalooza. That'll be, like, my main frag game. But then this, for doing Partners in Time, I kind of want to do that in the near-ish future. And I was looking at the upload schedule on Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and it's going to finish in a few days here. It's going to finish on the 29th. It's currently the 25th. So I was like, oh, why don't I just start doing that soon, and then, like, the whole upload time slot of the uploading a video once a day on YouTube for each respective series, it can just take that time slot, and that'll just be, like, the Mario RPG time slot for the next little while, I guess, and start doing some Partners in Time, which won't take super long. So, today's Thursday. I was thinking about doing Partners in Time tomorrow, and I just had that thought earlier today, so I didn't really do a massive ton of preparation for it, so I don't have a layout together or anything, but I can make a layout that looks pretty alright pretty fast, I think. So, yeah, I'm thinking Persona 3 Reload yesterday, then, Assassin's Creed Odyssey tonight, and then, like, maybe start a new series tomorrow, because, like, it's Friday tomorrow. That's a better day to start a new series and get people all excited, like, whoa, there's a new thing going on, and when people's schedules are more available for that. Whereas, like, the thing that I've been dicking around with here since the beginning of this year for the past almost 8 months now, is the thing that I'm gonna feel a lot more open to playing on, like, the random Thursday evening. But yeah, let's see here. Didn't know other player playing AC Odyssey is different job build, not one Swiss Army build? Wait, what? In terms of... I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry to say, also... with my Swiss Army build here of a little bit of everything, if that's what that means there. I keep on forgetting that I have this. I mean... yeah, so this will just last longer, my little safety thing. Which isn't a bad idea. Kick is so powerful that multiple targets can be hit by the shockwave? I should have upgraded this skill forever ago. Oh my god. I would have never realized that. But yeah. Oh, different gear per skill. Yeah, I didn't really mess around with it all that much during most of this playthrough, but now I've kind of, like, screwed around with abilities that I think are pretty nice, so... yeah, I'm kind of... strong now. is the case. I need to figure out how the heck to do these other blue quests. But yeah. Okay, I gotcha. And yeah, you can absolutely play into these other things. But yeah, I've done a little bit of everything here because it feels like that's the best way to go. I don't know how I select any of these because it won't let me. Whoops. I can select those ones. How do I do them? Travel around the world, revisit familiar locations, meet old new friends, and shed light on the lost tales of Greece. How do I do it? It says support. They all say support quest. On the Isthmus of Poseidon in Corintha. So, do I need to actually find these places and then it'll start these quests? Save the handsome young Lycanos on the Isthmus of Poseidon in Corintha. Okay, so find Corintha. Where the... Corintha? And what now? On the Isthmus of Poseidon. Whoops! Gosh dang, I did not mean to back out completely. However the heck that's pronounced. I don't know. Don't know what those would be. Oh. It's an area here. It's not like a specific location. So, save the handsome young Lycanos on the Isthmus of Poseidon in Corintha. So if I just go here... Wait. Prodigal son's return, a brother's sister. Oh, they're marked with blue here. Some of these ones. Okay. Divine intervention. Yeah, so these are my blue quests. Okay. So... apparently I've got 4 of the 5 locations that one guy assigned me at, like, the beginning of the game. So... here, let's fast travel to here, in that case. Is what we'll do. So yeah, that's what the schedule is looking like. And then if I get my things done that I want to get done as prerequisites for other things of Partners in Time and Metroid Prime 2, then I'll be feeling even better about the game situation. Maybe, just maybe, I'll even have time to start Final Fantasy 16 this year that Guzma want me to play. We'll see.
I could hear.
Oh, right as I say that, Guzma pops in here. I saw a statue of Athena.
I've been to the statue of Athena.
Oh, lag.
If only I could have been there to feel her presence. Would you describe her to me?
She stands guard over Athens.
City of statues, then Athena is their guardian. She stands high above everything, on guard over the city.
Yes, not just standing tall to protect Athens, but to serve as a reminder of the suffering those poor people endured during the invasion.
Your turn to tell me something. You said a man tried to kill you.
The man who rose up to kill the tyrant Xerxes was named Darius.
Maybe I should finish this quest before the end of the playthrough. Because I'm at 4 to 5 anyway.
He was also the man hired to kill
that guy was a little jumpy.
Killer of kings? Hired to kill a simple blind man? Why?
I have your interest, do I? Tell another tale, and I will too.
But yeah. Oh, now it's showing the other thing, Rabobs. Yeah, it was gonna be a super secret because I don't want to make any like false promises here in case things don't work out. But yeah, it just knows you were still in the middle of building this video game. Fair enough there. Yeah, I only just started like 20 minutes ago was the case. But I was just saying how it will depend on how much time consuming these other games coming out later are gonna be. This will probably be a medium-length game. This won't be very long at all. This will probably be like a 20-some hour game. I might put a lot of time into this. But that's like all the other new releases for the rest of this year. Oh, unless this is coming out. In which case, I'll put a decent bit of time into that, and that'll be a medium to slightly longer than medium-length playthrough. Yeah, expected it to come out 2025 or 2026. Too many games coming out for you to play. It's not too bad. The biggest one is honestly Planet Coaster 2 now that that's been announced as of like a week ago, which is pretty cool. But in terms of like the actual current ongoing things and the ones I want to do as prerequisites, it's like, this is almost done. This will take me a long time. This will take me a little while. This is almost done. This is like basically pretty much done. This I'll finish at Fragapalooza. This I'm doing on my own time whenever I feel like it, and I'll do a decent bit of Fragapalooza. Metroid Prime 2 before Prime 4, I'll just do the start to finish at Fragapalooza, like no problemo. And then Mario and Luigi Partners in Time as a prerequisite before this. I might just start tomorrow, is what I might just do, and then start getting through that. And if I actually start making progress on some of these things, and getting through them decently fast, and then knocking off some of these things that are almost done, it will also depend on how long Persona 3 Reload takes me. It is possible that, like, my priority is always new releases, / things I'm doing as prerequisites for other things, like Partners in Time before Brothership, or the Metroid Prime series before Metroid Prime 4. Like, those are prerequisite things where it's like, I want to get them done before this other thing comes out. And then, of course, obviously, new releases themselves. Those are highest on my priority list before doing other, like, already released games that I just want to get to at some point that don't have as much of a deadline behind them. But it is possible that if I do get on top of this enough, maybe I'll be able to do like a non-new, non-prerequisite game before the end of this year. We shall see. We'll end up seeing what happens here. I also haven't put any time into editing the Scarlet and Violet DLC video essay in like a while. I did download one of the chapters, chapter 3, onto my laptop. I zipped the project and put it onto my laptop to take it out to Rock Lake with me. I didn't make any progress on it. I didn't make progress on my screens. I made progress on that for the channel. This, if I go to this for a hot second, this being like the old one that I'm trying to replace here bit by bit. I drew this much while I was out there. I completed the keyboard, which, oh my god, that takes like forever. And I did the controller, a little Jigglypuff, and I'm starting to do like the capture card and the bottom of this monitor. Then it'll basically just be like my little 3D printed dragon and cube there, if I even want to do the dragon. I just included it in the photo just in case I wanted to do that. Mouse, bottom of this. The Eevee mat is going to be like the next most time consuming thing. And then just like background, and then like there's not that much left. So I'm going to try to have this done before Fragapalooza. And then we'll have like a new screen, and it's going to look awesome and be cool and stuff. But yeah, so there are other channel projects like that I want to work on. So it's not like the only thing I do around here is playthroughs, but it is possible that maybe I can do like a non-new release, non-prerequisite game before the end of this year. We'll see. And if I can, then I probably have like Final Fantasy 16 high up on the priority list there. But yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is sort of newish. It's been a little over a year now since it came out. Yeah, so it's newish. I still have an Ethernet cable running across here, across part of the chat, when I plugged in my laptop to Ethernet before going out to Rock Lake, just so it loads stuff faster that I was downloading. This is the Ethernet cable that usually goes in my Switch. I kind of have to figure out what some of the words are there. I should just move that cable back and tuck it back to where it usually goes, but I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, want to be a game you play at your own pace too, and not for the sake of playing it. That's fair there. Again, it's highly rated as one of the best Final Fantasy games, and even won soundtrack of the year over a lot of other really good contenders. Interesting. Prefer you play it when you have a lot of free time so you can play for fun. But also, once you pick it up, be warned, it's very addicting. Alright, I'll keep that in mind there. I could recommend you different game. I don't have time to get recommended different games. You Fashion Police Squad indie on Steam. It's a short game. If something's like amazing and it can be beaten in one session, then I can potentially take game recommendations. Outside of that, I typically can't, I'd say. Ethelred, make Aphrodite proud.
The spirit of Aphrodite alive. Usually well into the night.
Exactly as your goddess deserves. When I was younger, I'd lie awake dreaming of what it would be like to go. Worship, of course.
Now that's out of the way. You owe me a tale. You said the king killer Darius was hired to kill you too.
He was. By my brother.
Your brother? None of this is making any sense, old man.
I trust you. So I will tell you. My brother and I are the last living sons of King Xerxes.
Impossible. That would make you a king.
I was.
That wasn't what the subtitle said.
My name was Artaxerxes. I guided Persia through a time of peace. But my brother wanted the throne and plotted my death. Now, I hide here. Exiled. Living the life of a simple beggar. I will tell you more. But first...
Yes, yes. A tale for a tale.
I saw Mount
I
Taygetos.
returned to Mount Taygetos.
Returned? Tell me, did you meet the mountain god who devours Spartan children?
There's
The
no god
mountain is
there.
Just a mountain like any other. What makes Taygetos a place of suffering is the people there.
That is true of all the world's worst places.
When I was a child,
Yeah.
I could tell from the moment I met you that you carried the burden of suffering. Let it stay in the past.
now you tell me, King Artaxerxes, how can I believe your story? You don't exactly look like royalty.
Well, that's the point. I am hiding.
Show me proof.
I could. You see, I knew a man named Themistocles.
The Athenian general. I heard stories about him being ostracized from Athens.
Over petty politics. He came to Persia to me, looking for refuge. I was king, but only a boy.
He spent his days learning Persian and telling me stories of his home. Places like the Acrocorinth, Mount Taygetos.
The places you wished you could see.
I loved the tales and loved Themistocles like a father. He was kinder to me than Xerxes ever was. Tell me one last tale, and I'll tell you where he hid his treasure.
Maybe I will complete this quest because I'm almost done it anyway. Like, not right now. I mean, if I don't do it right now, I'm gonna forget. But yeah, what country are most of your achievements from for you to be able to grow a beard that thick? Scotland. No, just kidding. I would assume mostly Germany is where most of my family is from, considering my mother's side is German. And my father's side used to be German, but kind of lost it after World War I, considering the whole stigma with Germany after that, and so the language was kind of lost to not, you know, be targeted by people. Was kind of the case. Also, as much of a joke as it is, I am technically 1/8 Scottish. I found out like a few years ago that one of my great-grandparents, who I never met, was Scottish, apparently. But yeah, most of my family comes from Germany. Would be the case. My Opa was originally born in Romania. Was the case. But yeah, most of your genes are from French origins, so you can barely grow out any facial hair. Well, Guzma, what you can do then is you can grow out a wicked mustache that goes to here, and then you can pull a baguette out of your pocket that's like 10 feet long, and then you could be like, whoa, oui, baguette, and then you unsheath your baguette sword and you stab your adversaries. And hello, Snow Penguin, how's it going today? Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, maybe a simple beggar, but with that fashion there, that actually looks like something I would wear in, like, Elden Ring. Or this game. I'm actually wearing something kind of like that in this game right now. But yeah, Fashion Police Squad does count as one session game on easy difficulty. Do you arrest people who aren't fashionable enough? I mean, that guy there seemed like he was pretty darn fashionable. I could have called my horse this entire time, but meh. Damn, your entire dad's side is German, but you don't think you got any genes from that, mostly your mom's father's side? Gotcha. Well, you gotta grow that wicked French moustache.
Let's hope no one knows.
Yes, baguette sword. That's what the French military wields, but they've erased from the history books because they don't want you to know. Something in here? Should I do this location while I'm here? Because there's like a quest here anyway, I think. Yeah, my quest is right there. I gotta free that guy. Yeah. Let's see here. Whoa! I want to phone a friend. Because it doesn't matter who I phone a friend on.
Yeah.
Because they'll end up fighting everybody anyway. And now my friend is on the field, so like... Oh, and that guy's been banished to the Shadow Realm. That wasn't who I wanted to target. Are my sound effects not working? Also, that effect now is really cool. I swear I loaded up my script for sound effects, unless it's just really laggy again today. Unless it's just one of those days. Hold on. Let's test it. Oh, we're off. It's super laggy. Squadala, we're off. So much later. Oh, man. I've shaded a few months and still have barely any on you. Legit look like you're 21. Oh. Yeah, I honestly never knew whether I could grow out a mustache or a beard. I didn't even try for so long. But then I grew out a mustache several years ago. I honestly, like, I started growing it out, like, shortly after my Opa passed away, and I was just, like, not really looking after myself quite as much for a little while, and just not really bothering to shave. Was the case. But then, like, it both literally and figuratively grew on me, you could say, and everyone was saying, like, oh, the mustache is really good, you should keep it, even though I was only planning on having it for, like, a month. So now it's, like, 2.5 years later. And then I only grew out this beard when I went down to the States, and I didn't bring a razor with me. I was like, I'm just not gonna shave while I'm going on my trip to... Lestat invited you to play Dead by Daylight. I just got a Steam notification. I have no idea who the hell Lestat is, but... I'm busy, whoever you might be. My secret admirer here. Anyway, I didn't bring a razor with me because I was just like, whatever, I don't care. I don't need a shave while I'm down there. So I let it grow out a little bit, and I was like, maybe I'll let it continue to grow for a while. And I shaved once since then for my university graduation because my dad was saying like, oh yeah, it's too messy, unkempt like that. You should at least clean it up a little bit by taking off like some of the stuff on the sides and underneath. So when I was going to graduate university, I took off this stuff here, like on either side on the cheeks. So I just had like those lines like that. And then stuff on the bottom here, I took off a little bit. So I kind of did it up a little bit that way. But then, since then, it's just been growing out again since that was 1 month ago? Something like that I graduated university at this point. It was about 1 month, 1 week ago, was the case. So yeah, so some sections just haven't been shaved at all since then, like all this and all this here. And some of this stuff was shaved off like 5 weeks ago and is coming back. And, like, I don't really know how long I'm gonna keep it. It is kind of fun to do this as like a kind of fidgeting animation, but like I don't really think that I'm much of a beard person. I mean, I said that about my mustache, and now, like, I feel like whenever I bring up taking off the mustache to like anyone in my stream, they're like, "What the heck? I can't even picture you without your mustache. Don't do that." But yeah, look at that old emote right there with no mustache. How's it going, GMK? It's going pretty all right here. But yeah, you look hella sexy with that beard. Well, I appreciate you saying so. Were you on DBD earlier today? Yeah, because I saw Nikki was streaming, and I was editing my Persona 3 Reload VOD, so I decided to tune into her stream while I was editing that. And I saw, when I tuned into her stream, that they added, like, a 2v8 mode. So, 2 killers versus 8 survivors. I was like, what? They actually did it? So I downloaded the update. And I hopped into our games. I only played like 3 or 4 games because I didn't have a massive ton of time. But we were playing 2v8. And it was actually pretty fun. And it was very different. It was a very different Dead by Daylight experience than I was used to. I think it's a timed event. I think it's only going on for so long. So part of me was thinking about shooting some Dead by Daylight one of these days just to showcase the 2v8 stuff as like a one-off. Because it's actually kind of cool. And I hope that they end up keeping it permanently as a side mode. Because it's pretty neat. I only played for like an hour. I know Aniki was streaming longer than that, though. But yeah, and let's see here. How do you just notice Piplup now as a potential emote there? That's not one of my channel emotes. I don't know where that one's coming from. There's a new anime called Dragon Ball Daima, and people totally are gonna mix up with Dead by Daylight. But yeah, that's why you try and get one. You can apply on your skin to make sure it's FDA certified minoxidil. Recommending to Guzma there, whatever that is. And people will start thinking, wait, is Goku in Dead by Daylight? He totally is. Yeah, now that you look closer, your beard is quite puffy. Yeah, it kind of has come out a decent bit. I mean, what am I talking about? This is all totally my chin. I'm totally just like a Giga Chad underneath this. Oh, Piplup Stuffy. Yeah, my back couch there is a little bit of a mess right now. Like, a lot of it is Pokemon stuff. This was an old Stuffy that, I don't know if I had this as a kid or what, but the Dougie that we had here for a little bit dug this out, and I took it away from her being like, nope, that's not a Dougie toy. And I just threw it back there, and I don't even recognize it, so I don't know what exactly that is. Here's one of my scarves, because if I get too warm while wearing a scarf, I just gotta toss it back there, is the case. So yeah, things aren't exactly super organized right now, but there is a lot of stuffies there. It's mostly Pokemon. There's one Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. There's also Hereupon Ricky from Xenoblade right there that I also have. There's a decent few here. But yeah. No, I didn't encounter any new killers because apparently the killers that you can use in that mode are very limited right now. I think it's just Trapper, Wraith, Hillbilly, who doesn't even one-shot in that mode, they were saying. Huntress and Nurse. I think it's just those 5. That's it. Is the case. So it's like very limited in terms of the actual killers in it. What, do I have to carry you? How do I...
to my father's house. It's in the port
I guess...
of
I thought this was gonna trigger a cutscene, so I was waiting on starting this.